When Emily and I took Tommy on a cruise, it was supposed to be fun. But near Marco Island, she fell into the water, and nothing was ever the same. My name is Billy, and this is my story. I grew up in Chicago, Illinois. All I ever wanted was a quiet life. Grow old, die peacefully. I was born in 1970 in a small town outside Nashville, Tennessee. When I was 10 years old, my parents died in a car accident. Overnight, everything disappeared. My aunt took me in. We lived in a tiny apartment in Chicago. Life was hard. By 10 years old, I was already working, washing dishes, shining shoes, scraping by. That's where I met Frankie. Frankie always used my services. One day, he looked down at me and asked, "Boy, would you like to be a millionaire?" I nodded. He went to meet my aunt. Not long after, we left for Houston. Frankie became the greatest man I ever knew. He had no children, so he made me his son. Frankie was an oil man. He owned a small refinery in Texas. He taught me discipline, loyalty, honor. When Frankie died in 1992, he left everything to me. I was 22 years old. I worked day and night to keep the business alive. Frankie had a close friend we called Uncle Tommy. Tommy was heavyset, always chewing on a cigar. People went into his office angry. They came out calm. Tommy would listen quietly, then say, "Okay, I'll fix it." That became his nickname. I'll fix it. In the late 1990s, police raided his office. Tommy and several associates were arrested. I never saw him again. He was Italian, I later learned. In the year 2000, I decided to marry. I met a woman in a Dallas restaurant. Beautiful, quiet, graceful, simple. I loved simple. Her name was Emily. Something about her felt familiar. I ignored the feeling. We married. Years passed. Government regulations crushed my business. I sold the refinery. In 2024, Emily and I moved to New York. We had 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, 14, 12, 10, 8. Life felt perfect. One small detail I ignored. We had a simple Italian wedding. I didn't learn Emily was Italian until 2 months before the ceremony. I didn't think it mattered. In 2025, I bought a yacht. 20 feet of freedom. I wanted to name it Frankie. Emily snapped, angry, for the first time ever. I asked calmly, "What would you like to name it?" She said she'd think about it. 2 days later, "Let's call it Tommy." My chest tightened. "I once knew a Tommy," I said. She smiled. "Tommy sounds nice." The yacht was painted. Tommy, we planned a cruise to Florida. I suggested we go alone. Emily insisted the kids come. "Let's make memories." On the second day, Emily sat alone on the deck. Then she slipped and fell into the ocean. I screamed. The kids ran out. Rescue services arrived, helicopter, boats, divers. They searched all night. Nothing. No body, no trace. A month later, the search ended. We buried an empty coffin. 2 months before her death, I had taken out a life insurance policy on Emily. I had strangely asked her to choose the beneficiary. After the funeral, an email arrived. The insurance company needed my signature. I read the document. In the event of death, all funds go to the Tommy Caparino family. My blood turned cold. Tommy. The yacht. Everything connected. I asked, "What happens if I don't sign?" "No payout? What if the family shows up?" "Then let them come." I gave my private number. As I walked to my car, 2 men were standing near it. One looked familiar, older. I remembered him from outside Tommy's office decades ago. They drove away. I called police. They found a bomb under my driver's seat. That day, I bought a Mossberg 590S shotgun. That night, I told my children what happened. My oldest son, Frankie, sat alone. I asked what was wrong. He whispered, "They don't love me. They want me dead." Quietly, I took DNA samples. Before results arrived, my house was attacked, twice. The shotgun saved my life. 5 men were later identified on cameras. I killed 2, wounded 1. When he saw me, he cursed. Same man from the parking lot. On the way to the hospital, he grabbed a cop's gun and killed himself. The DNA results arrived. Only Frankie was biologically mine. The others were not. That's when I understood. Emily never died. Near where she fell was a tiny island with a wooden cabin. Through a Navy contact, I requested satellite review. They found her, alive. She swam to the island. A small boat retrieved her. While rescue teams searched empty water, police later arrested her in Dallas. Sting operation. Emily was Tommy Caparino's longtime mistress. Everything had been planned for decades. Tommy believed Frankie's fortune belonged to him. But Frankie discovered Tommy planned to kill him. So Frankie secretly changed his will. He never married. He adopted me in secret. Tommy slowly poisoned Frankie during cancer treatments to speed his death. In the end, Tommy received multiple life sentences. Emily received 40 years to life for fraud, conspiracy, insurance fraud, faking death, attempted murder, use of explosives. She never looked at me in court. Today, only me and my son Frankie remain. Emily always told him he was a mistake. Turns out, she was the mistake. And Uncle Tommy couldn't fix this one.